Hi, so I'm Fran White. I'm the project manager for NHS Go. So just, well, this is the case for why we did what we did. Healthy London Partnerships works across London, and our aim is to do things once for London. So instead of all the 32 CCGs creating 32 health apps, we thought we needed to create one for the whole of London. So we kind of see ourselves as the irritant for children. So we have a case that 25% of the population in London is children. Quite often they're not on the top of the health agenda or not even in the top 4. So our reason for being is to get children to the top of the agenda in London. And here's our history. It sort of came from the London Health Commission and the overall aim of Healthy London Partnerships. There's lots of different programmes, is to make London the healthiest city in the world. So we created a case for change for children, and then we started to design an app. So it started in November 2015 with a room full of young people in London. And there were about 100 young people, and we asked them what they thought of the health service, very generally. And they said they didn't know how to access services, they didn't know when to access services, and they didn't know where to access services. And they often didn't know what their rights were when accessing services were either. So we said to them, what do you want to do? And they said, create an app. And that's where NHS Go started. So basically, young people were involved in the whole process. So we kind of narrowed down to smaller focus groups, and they covered everything. They covered the content, what topics, what the layout was, what the name was, what colour we should use, where we should advertise the app. They were involved in the tendering process when we went out to find a developer. They've been involved in everything. And we also did a survey to get a wider view on what topics they wanted covered in the app. So some key learning: keep the NHS branding. We thought they don't want to hear from the NHS, it's old and boring. They do, they trust the NHS. It's got a 95% brand recognition, and that includes with young people as well. Confidentiality is really important. So if you're searching a health topic on NHS Go, it doesn't remember your search history. We do take information on what pages people are accessing, but we don't know who is accessing what page. So it's entirely confidential. And of course it needs to be free, it needs to be easy to use, and we need to keep it updated. We need to keep it moving with what's going on in young people's lives. So we created the app. How did we get it out there? Well, our initial idea was with YouTubers. I don't know if anybody recognises these people. I didn't when I started. I now am a YouTube expert though. So YouTube is really where young people are now. They kind of watch it instead of TV, and you've got these YouTube personalities that have got hundreds and thousands of followers. And so we got them to talk about NHS Go and talk about their experiences of health and why the app would have been useful. A lot of them are a little bit above our sort of age range, but why the app would have been useful for them when they were going through. So here are some of our top ones. We do have videos, but they're really long, some of them. So if you want to watch them, come and visit our store, and you can experience them all. But they're on all different sorts of issues. So there's some on anxiety, depression, some on registering with a GP, some on bullying, all those sorts of different things. We do the traditional postering as well. So we've done mail outs to all the different GP practices, to sexual health clinics all across London. Emojis are definitely our branding thing. It's kind of a secret language with young people. I don't know, that's normally the best judge of whether people understand emojis, is the questions about sexual health poster. Lots of people are like, why is there an aubergine on there? So, and we've developed small little cards. So we copied Starbucks. When you go to Starbucks, often there's a free app. So we've created one for GP surgeries in London. So you can go in, you can pick up a free app card. It's obviously free, it's not a special offer, but it's just kind of mimicking what's going on outside in the outside world. And we do use sort of key dates to promote things. So we use National Health Days and things like that. So Nutrition and Hydration Week is coming up. We'll be using that. But we also use Valentine's Day, and we did a huge push And we use Valentine's Day because we know where young people are looking on the app, and it is sex and relationships. Probably 50% of the activity is on sex and relationships on the app. We're on Facebook. So we've got we've done targeted marketing through to Facebook, which is by far the most cost-efficient way to market an app. We have seen actually gone up, so we're now at 35,000 downloads. We have 16,000 people liking our Facebook page, and they're actively engaging with the posts. So we'll post something on the content, we'll post something that's going on in the media to say, have you seen this? Is this affecting you? Why not look at the app? And you're getting active engagement. Most of it is positive. You do get the odd troll commenting on how terrible the NHS is, but it's normal on social media. So sex and relationships are really popular. After Christmas, we saw a rise in the access to drugs and alcohol, which is quite interesting. Sleep is another really important topic for young people, which I think quite often people don't know that that's an important thing for them. It means that we can start seeing the trends of where young people are looking at certain points in the year, and we can start targeting messages to encourage young people to find out sort of trustworthy information on those topics. So what actually is the app? Well, it's based on 3 main sections based on what the young people said. So you've got the health A to Z section, and you can look at all health conditions. It's separated into tiles based on what the young people said was important to them, but everything's in the health A to Z. And we pull everything from NHS Choices. So we're a transformation team. Win might not be here in 2 years, so we need to make sure that this is something that will work beyond our existence. So we know when NHS removes content, we know when it's updating content, and it just pulls it automatically. We can, the top sort of banner there, we can update as often as we like, and we tend to do that to do the sort of, we did a big Valentine's Day one. There's epilepsy up on there at the moment to raise awareness of epilepsy. So if things are going on in the media, we can target it through using that banner. We also use push notifications to let people know when their app's been updated, but also, you know, if it's Eating Disorders Awareness Week, we'll put a push notification through to young people. There is a services section as well, which at the moment is pulled from NHS Choices. It's not the most accurate because it requires the providers to update their information on NHS Choices, but we are changing that in London, so we've got a more accurate service finder. Just to say, this app does actually work anywhere in the UK. We're funded in London, but any young person can download it. And the services will be the same, it'll be from NHS Choices. There's also the Your Right section. At the moment, we need to make this better. You've got a section on how to make a complaint, and you've got a section on your rights. But your rights is just a link to the NHS Constitution, and I don't think any young people are going to read that. So we need to develop that so that they have a tool that they can go, when they go to their health services, when they go to see the GP, they can go, yeah, no, this is my right to see the GP. I am allowed to register in a place that isn't a postcode that I'm registered at living and things like that. So that's sort of planned for the next year. And where can you download it? Well, you can download it on the app stores. And we do have a landing page as well, because we do recognise that although most young people have smartphones, not all of them will. So there are web versions as well where you can access all the information. Like I said, we do a lot of Facebook promotion. We've just started an Instagram account, so follow us on Instagram. And we do a lot of tweeting, but that tends to be more to professionals. What's next? Continuing to develop it. We think the branding is looking a little bit old, so we'd like to update it, make it more linked to our emojis and things like that. Improving the service finder is absolutely top of what we need to do. It's not as accurate as it could be. We are getting feedback, so we get feedback from the App Store. I think we're about 4-star on both app stores at the moment. We also have developed a capability on iPhones. Samsung phones will come later, Android phones will come later. If you like the article, you can swipe left, and if you don't like it, you swipe right. I can't remember which way around it is. But sort of to mimic Tinder, basically. We do get a lot of qualitative feedback. We get a lot of people emailing us with feedback, and we do go out a lot to young people to promote it, to talk to them. We are Oh, just finished. So we are doing an evaluation, a proper academic evaluation of the app in the next coming year, to actually show what the outcomes are. I think that's it.
Brilliant, Fran, thank you. Perfect timing.